welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up or thumbs down. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, tell a friend. Come one, come all to our little discussion regarding what we have on the docket today, Married at First Sight Australia. Season 9, episodes 7 and 8. As you all know, these episodes don't have any titles or anything like that, so we can jump right into these to 2 hours of television.
What'd you think of it?
Well, I've seen it already, so it's them getting to know each other. What can I say about Andrew and his behavior? What can I say about Tamara and her behavior? What can I say about Cody and his behavior? All trash. Just trash.
It was I know it's bad to say this, but I kind of just was just like kind of laughing and shaking my head at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like, okay.
I felt bad for Selena though.
Here's the thing with that one. I did too, but it's like I think he told her what his normal type was because she referenced it. So my thing, she should have already resolved that for herself. To be completely honest, when someone tells you, you're not my normal type, but I'm attracted to you, to me that's just like they're open. You're just not what they would. If you put them on the street, you're just not the person they would go for. But he's getting. I can see that he likes her, but I think what's happening is her, and I hate to use the word, her insecurity is making him less attracted to her. Excuse me. Like it's putting that block because he's trying to figure out how can I communicate with her honestly and not hurt her feelings, because she seems to be feeling everything he says is negative, and it's not negative, but this stems from her childhood. Because she mentioned she was bullied for being Asian. I'm like, oof, yeah, this is where this is coming from, and it's something they're gonna have to, like, if they're gonna stay together, they're both going to have to meet each other halfway and work together to get her through this, because this is more of a her issue.
Oh, and no empathy at all, because she said that he knew that she was bullied as a child, but still decided to tell her like how he did. And then when he cringed from her at the wedding, and she basically is what he wants. Blonde hair, she's put in the blue contacts, she's morphing into what he wants, and yet there's still no attraction.
It's weird because he says he's attracted to her. She's a beautiful girl. That's why I think it's a communication thing. But when you put it in those terms, it's like, what do you like? What's missing with her? Like, if you're just not attracted to her, let's call things a thing. If you're just not attracted to Asian women, you just need to say that.
And I wouldn't have a problem with that. But you see when he tells her, I keep telling you that you're beautiful. And there's always the tone and a little snicker that he says, like, he admits later on that he has no empathy. But this is the part that I really saw it without identifying it until the judges bring it, not the judges, what are they? The experts pull it out of him later. His body language at the wedding, I did not like. When he physically pulled away from her, I did not like. Her trying to morph into what she thinks he wants, I hated, because it fed into her insecurities and make them worse. His reactions to her, the way how he speaks to her, his whole body language when it has to do with something with her, I just cannot bring my spirit to it. I just can't. Because it just comes across to me as someone who doesn't care.
Mm,
I know you just met her like
right.
a week or whatever, but she's still a human.
True
Because
that.
that's the same issue I have with Andrew. How you say things to people is just okay. I know you're telling the truth,
Mm-hmm.
but to me, it's kind of harsh and inconsiderate and rude. Like, I wouldn't say, if I don't know you, I'm not going to be that harsh
Right.
because I don't know you. Like, I want to come over as a kind person. And then when you come up here and you say, well, I'm just trying to be telling the truth. I don't want to lead you on. I don't want to lie to you. I'm not saying that you lie to me, but it's a way in which you can communicate to someone that, you know, you're not attracted to them without crushing them.
Right.
And that's my problem with those two men.
Now Andrew is with who? Oh, it's with Holly.
With Holly. Yeah. And like everybody this week got the confessions task.
Right.
It was confessions task. Oh, let me look at notes. You know, I make all these notes and it's confessions week tasks that they're getting. So it's either write letters to each other, ask 5 deep diving questions, do the photo attractive ranking. I think that's how they phrase it. Um, were there any other tasks besides
Mm,
those?
this is all confessions week.
Oh yes, and they get to see their interview tape, and then they have to talk about that. So those were the 4 tasks that these couples had to go through. Um, so which couple you want to start with first?
Anthony and Celine, get them out the way.
Well, they move. Oh, this is also the week that everybody moved into the Sky Lofts, and everybody has their own little like a junior suite apartment. And except for Anthony and Celine, because they're living separately. Because why? He left the honeymoon, and so they, even though they're living apart, they still decide to do the tasks for this week in the hopes of trying to recover this relationship, I guess.
If they say so.
Hi Susan, hi Nisei. um let's see. God, what was their task? To write the letters. That was their task. And we saw Celine
Yes.
talk about the birth of her child, and the difficulties that she had with that. Something else happened with them because they wound up in
They
an
do
argument.
they also do the photo ranking.
Oh yes. Well, she's the only one who does the photo ranking.
Right.
So, all right. So they did the letter. She gives her story. He's, you know, very sympathetic. Like he's in touch with his emotions, and he could tell, like he could appreciate childbirth because he's, you know, he had a partner who went through it.
Right.
Um and especially like if it was a difficult birth, because his daughter is special needs. He knows what could happen with a traumatic childbirth. So,
See, that's the thing. That's where I was like, okay, I can appreciate you
mhm,
because you kind of gone through this on some level. Like, you understand like what she's going through, and what
mhm,
she's not understanding, what she's not remembering is like he's sensitive because he has a special needs child, so he has to be more sensitive due to the fact of how his child sees the world and how the world sees his child. So
mhm,
she's too caught up in herself actually, And I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be rude. I've never had childbirth, don't have children, but I didn't really understand her story in her letter because when she
Mhm.
said like the doctors told her before she gave birth that the baby was too big naturally.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
And then she said she went into labor to have the child, and they at first tried to do a natural birth. I'm like, I'm confused. What am I the only one confused by that? Just let me know if I'm not
Mhm.
understand if I should not be confused by that conflicting statements. Let me
Mhm.
know. That made no
Mhm.
sense to me.
Again, now remember, Celine has selective memory.
Okay.
Okay, because this was the woman who said last week she didn't hear him apologize like 15 million times for what happened on the honeymoon. So I would take her recollection of her birth story with a grain of salt, because that part didn't make sense for me either.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I was just wanted to make sure. 'Cause I was like, wait a minute, but huh?
Yeah.
Like I expected you to say I went in for emergency C-section. It was traumatic, and blah blah blah. But when she said they tried naturally, but okay, like I no.
Mm-mm.
And how
Mm-mm.
big was your baby?
Right, but some women's cervix like don't
Too big.
go, yeah,
Okay,
and then the
there
baby
you
could
go.
be really big. She could have had what is it, pregnancy diabetes, which makes the babies even bigger.
Gotcha.
And
Okay,
you know,
that's good to know.
the cervix only goes so far, and I think that's wider than it
But I
really
mean, like
does
you
go.
have women giving birth to like 10 and 12 pound babies, so it could have just
Hmm.
been something with her. Okay, that makes sense.
But this
But
is also
then,
her first baby, so it's never been
oh,
stretched before.
another good point. And then my thing
Hmm.
is, she said they had to come and pull him out. I'm like, that hurt me.
That happened to my cousin. This was way back in the, I think, the 80s. She was carrying twins, first
Mm,
pregnancy. First one came out good, but it was a long labor. So she
mm-hmm,
didn't have enough gas in the tank for the second one,
mm-hmm.
and they wound up using forceps. They do not do that anymore, but back then they
Right,
did.
right, right. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that story just had me all confused. I was just like,
Hmm.
well, did you have the baby naturally or not? Because you go from it's too big to have naturally, then y'all tried a natural birth, and then they came and like had to like, I guess pull the baby out. I'm like, so was that a natural birth or
I don't know. Like,
I'm
here's the
confused.
thing, if they knew that the child was too large for natural,
Hmm.
why not schedule a cesarean? Okay, so maybe they did schedule the cesarean, but she went into labor early.
Okay,
Isn't it more dangerous for that child to enter the birth canal than to do a
that was my
C-section?
thing. That was my thing because that's adding to me. That just added extra trauma to her, and I'm just being honest. From this is from a man's point of view, and based on what her story and what little I know about childbirth, I'm like that would seem to
Hmm.
be more stressful on her body and the baby.
Yeah, and putting both of their lives at risk.
Hmm.
Just saying, what if she had bled out?
Exactly. But
You
back to
know?
her. But back
Mhm.
to her. Like that was a sweet letter. And I thought they were on a good track after that. Like he was supportive. He understood.
She gave him
I,
the picture. He took it. Remember the wedding picture?
yeah.
I thought they were on the road uh back. Um but then they do the photo ranking. Her Okay, so this was supposed to be a physical attraction, like who do you think is cute
Right.
ranking. But she kind of put a twist on it and said, how, from my perspective of how I see each of these men treat their wives and who I don't know.
She was being messy. And she was being just straight out messy.
And he caught it. He caught it. Um,
And see, here's how I would have been. I would not have left. I would have been extreme. I'm super super messy, and I'll be honest. I'm mad at you. I'm petty. So what I would have
mhm,
done is I would have um done the ranking and
mhm,
when she put him in the middle, I'm like, okay, I understand, but we're about using girl criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'd have placed her picture on the side of the table.
You see, I think for a person who is into wrestling and fighting, he really doesn't like confrontation. He just doesn't. And I don't think he's going to demean a woman either because of the special relationship he has with his daughter and
True, but
probably with his daughter's mother.
right, but I think like I said, I'm petty.
Yes.
When I know you purposely are trying to hurt my feelings, I'm going to purposely try to destroy yours.
Yeah, I think he cuts and run. I don't think he has that in him
I don't think so either.
unless he's like maybe pushed to the brink.
Right, which is why I hope, which is why I hope he leaves her and gets with Holly. That's just my opinion.
Really? You see him with Holly?
Their temperaments, but she's not attracted to Anthony because he's too sensitive. And I'm looking like that is true. That is true. I'm gonna give Holly credit for that because you can't have two sensitive folks together. Because basically all y'all would do is sit around crying. So I get that. I mean, like if you look at them at base value, like you think there'd be a good match, but when she says he's too sensitive, like yeah, because if you down boohoo and crying, he can't be in there boohoo and crying with you. So yeah, that wouldn't be a good match.
Aww.
That wouldn't be a good match. And I can't find anyone else. I can't find anyone else for Anthony on this show, unfortunately. I mean, I think Anthony, you just need to cut Celine loose. She's super selfish. Um, she's what's gonna happen is that in my opinion, as watching this episode, what's gonna happen
Mhm.
is Sam is
Mhm.
gonna dump Al. Celine's gonna
Mhm.
be by herself, and then Celine and Al gonna hook up because he's like the older women.
So wait, hold on. All right.
That's just a made up story in my head.
Okay, Lord have mercy. Wait, we're gonna put a pin in that. Is that the correct use for that? We're gonna put a pin in that until we
Right.
do our rankings at the end of the conversation. That you? Oh wow. Okay.
That's just based on what I'm seeing with the couples as they lay now.
Okay.
Because you see how Sam had Anthony at the top, right? You see that, right? She's like, and Al was feeling some kind of way. I know we're not to them yet, but Al was feeling
Hmm.
some kind of way about that. He's like she puts like the older, more
The older
mature
guys.
men at the top, which is why I said when they got together, the problem is with the situation is women, these little youngsters don't do it. Go if you're looking to be for marriage, it's a +7 at least.
But right, but don't forget, Samantha, Anthony was number two. Andrew was number
Andrew number
one.
one. I mean, and we know Andrew's a hoe, so he just said that. I'm just saying, like he loves him some sex, but yeah,
Oh my God.
I could see Sam just dumping Al and skedaddling over to either Anthony or Andrew's apartment. Either one will do. I'm here for that.
God.
I'm here for that.
All
Al
right,
gets on
well,
my nerves.
what?
I mean, you can't wash no clothes, really?
Well, his mom does it.
Right?
His
Yes.
mom does
Yeah, just like Muhammad on 90 Day, but that's gonna be later. We're
it. Oh
gonna talk about
Lord.
Muhammad. We're gonna go in on Muhammad a little bit.
Oh my God. All right, so
But
let's
okay,
let's are we done with Celine and Anthony?
yeah,
Because he walked out and
he
I think
walked
that was
out.
the end of them.
He said bye.
And goes home and puts his dirty sock over her face in the wedding picture.
I hollered.
Love it. Okay, so let's scoot on over to Holly and Andrew. All right, so we see her looking optimistic. She has her little ceramic love thing that she bought and she put in the house, and they get their confessions week task. They have to write a letter to each other, revealing something that they have never ever told anyone else. She told everybody at that hen party that she wanted a baby and that she
Right.
she has fertility issues. So this is not nothing new that she told him.
Right.
Well, let's they sit down, they write their letters. Andrew confesses that he loves sex and he's a very sexual person, and he's had over 350 partners in the past, and she can feel however she wants. He's been single for 7 years, and he estimates one partner per week over 2 continents, and he's had safe
5.
sex. Oh, 5 continents, sorry. And you know, he's had safe sex, so she's good. But he don't really care how she feel about that. Just being honest.
Well, right. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Mm.
And I kind of thought this would be an issue with them a little bit
Mhm.
because of like her biological clock, and I get that.
Mhm.
And I think for him, he doesn't have enough consistent empathy
Mhm.
to be with a woman like Holly.
Mm.
I don't think he has. I think he has empathy. He can understand, but when you can tell someone who's pouring their heart out to you, well, what you say, basically what he told her, like, what you say about me don't matter. That's pretty much what he said.
Mhm.
What you say about me don't faze me. So that's not good. He's gonna get frustrated with her because if
Mhm.
she's a person where she's at,
Mhm.
would take a lot of work. If she already had a child or two,
Mhm.
I don't think it would be this bad because there's no rush, there's no time clock.
Mhm.
But so she's on the schedule.
Yeah, and well, in her letter, she said that in her 20s and early 30s, she focused on her career and not having a child. And now she has fears that it may
Hmm.
not ever happen. She hopes that it doesn't, but she hopes that it doesn't put pressure on him or scare him away. She says the choices she made in life led her to be 36 and childless, and she feels like a failure. So he kind of like, after she tells this whole letter and how she feels about herself, he tells her she's not a failure. And it's a beautiful thing to want to have a child. And she said his reaction was the best that she could hope for.
It was.
And then, and then we get to that night, and he does not sleep in the same bed as her. He goes out to the couch. The next morning, they're having breakfast, and Andrew admits that he's on a different page than she is, um, and it scares him about moving forward with her. Child. Um, he said he came on the show to find a partner, and he feels that she came to find someone to have a child. She says that if she wanted to have someone to have, like, if she wanted to have a child, if that was her single purpose, she would have went and got a sperm donor. Um, she's also looking for a partner, and he says he doesn't want to waste her time, and that he's not the one. Huh?
That was a leap.
I just find the timing of his truth bombs to be suspect.
Right.
How were you so empathetic the day before, and now all of a sudden you not the one?
Hmm.
Did you or did you not want children?
Right. Now, because I'm
Because
sure
they wouldn't have matched them if,
right. 'Cause I'm
you
sure she
know.
put that in bold and like permanent marker.
She told them. She told them.
Must
She,
want child and permanent
uh-huh.
marker.
It's just very, very odd. Um, so breakfast, needless to say, did not end well. Then they received their next task, the photo ranking. Um, she puts Anthony last because he's not connecting with his partner. And she puts Brent first because he's warm. He has a warmth and his patience, and because he's what she would go for normally, I guess, looks wise.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. She has to place Andrew, and she puts Andrew. Um, She puts him at the front based on the first few days of the marriage. So he says to her, so she said, however, based on recent conversations, I'm going to put you right behind Brent. And he says that her changing his position doesn't matter to him. She could put him last and it wouldn't matter. That's when this massive blowout starts up,
Right.
because she feels like he's not letting her voice like a complete thought. And he's just being obnoxious.
Pretty much.
So wait, he's the only one who could tell the truth to her, but she can't say her truth to him?
Of course. Of course. What's wrong with you? He don't need to hear.
I didn't realize that's how it worked.
He don't need to hear her truth. Her truth don't matter.
So basically, she told him, shut the F up. And he's like,
Right.
okay, Holly, I have to go now.
Right, he ran. He wasn't expecting that.
You can send me my stuff.
That was hilarious.
So yeah, he goes. He says he's going home to his daughter. That was the end of them. So who do you want to do next?
But then you know, oh, that's not yet.
Yeah, I think that's in the next episode.
That's in the next episode.
Yeah. So do you want to do Samantha and Al, since we kind of spoke about them? Samantha says that they're stuck in the friend zone. She thinks that he's immature because of the shoey and many other things that he's done. She's teaching him how to do laundry for the first time. They edited out a scene where she helped him to open up the box, but showed him like how to like do the laundry. And so when the machine started spinning, right, there's a picture of him. I swear he's straight out of Disney. He's like put his hand up to the machine and is looking at it like a child seeing Mickey Mouse for the first time. It's so adorable. It's so adorable. And I love their machines, because that one machine is a washer and dryer.
Right.
Love those. Costco has them. Let's see. So for their confessional week, they get the ranking challenge, the photo ranking challenge. Al put Holly last because she's too old. And I think Dom, because her hair is short, and he tells her, don't ever cut your hair.
Right.
So stupid. And then he put Celine, the MILF, first, because she had kids. See, that's that Polynesian in him. She's fertile. She's good.
That's hilarious. He was too funny to me.
And like, people have warmed up to him because he's harmless. Yes, he is immature, but look at his age. Look at his circumstance. People quickly forgot that he owns multiple homes. He might be living at home with mama, but he got income and he know how to fix them. You know, he's just a sweet soul.
Yeah.
And I hope they don't cut out later on in the season what Brent said about him, which was epic. But yeah, it's good. It's not bad. But I think what Brent said about him in one of the episodes perfectly describes Al in a nutshell. So let's see. So he's just excited that Celine had kids. So then Sam, where did he put Sam's picture? He put her first. Yeah, he did put her first, which I thought was nice. Sam puts up her list of pictures. She puts Mitch last because he's a pretty boy. And she put Andrew first, with Anthony second because they're older and rugged and have lived. Sam ranks Al like 2.5, like right after Anthony.
Right.
And says that Al isn't her typical type.
Not hurt his feelings.
Because remember when we were introduced to him, he was all about physical. Like he is, if we had seen the stag party, he was judging himself on looks up against everybody. And like when Mitch came in, he's like, "Oh no, I'm better looking than he is." But everybody was going, "Damn, Mitch is a good looking dude." And he's like, "No, I'm better looking." This was like his confessional with the producers. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. So yeah, that really, what did he said? It knocked, he still thinks that he's hot, but it knocked his confidence. So she's doing little things that are systematically like chipping away at him.
Right.
Let's do Brent and Tamara. They watch her audition tape where she says she doesn't want someone who wears fake designer clothes, drives a crappy car, has no career. Brent is shocked to hear it, but they talk about it on the balcony. She says that is not what she meant. She meant that she doesn't want to take care of someone else. She, squeezes out a tear. He says that he was shocked to hear what she said, but as he's developing feelings for her, he understands it's not her. He's learning a new, a deeper version of her, I guess.
My thing with her is this: she could just play No Scrubs for her whole audition tape and been the same thing.
Oh my God!
No, I don't want your number. No, I don't want to give you mine. And no, yeah, she could just play that. She could just play that song for her whole audition tape and just not wasting her breath.
I don't know how he didn't take that really personally. I don't know what he's seeing with her when the cameras are down, but he gives her another chance. And that night they have sex. The next morning they tell us about it. They have a cute scene in the bed where it looks like he's jacking off, but he's really massaging his leg.
Because she was kind of thinking, "What are you doing?"
We see a small scene with Olivia and Jackson, and they watch his audition tape, and we learn about his mother's background with DV, and the role that he played in it.
They cute, but next. I mean, it's just like here's the thing. They're really, really cute. I'm really happy for them. I wish them all the best. Love them as a couple. But I don't need to see you on TV.
Oh my God!
I mean, unless you're gonna be like I said, Cam and Jules, and throw in your timely barbs, I don't need to see you on my screen.
Oh my God! All right, so let's go to episode 8, and let's continue with Olivia and Jackson because they had the smallest bit. It's still confessional week. They get the second task where they're doing a values ranking task. So they get 5 core values and they have to rank them in list of importance. Olivia puts up hers, and then they do them separately. She's in the living room, he's in the bedroom. Then they come together. She has hers on the wall, and then he puts up his in the exact same order. It's corny, it's cheesy, no one cares.
Right, but I can see, luckily I haven't seen this yet, but I could see them getting into a fight though, and here's why. Olivia, the way Olivia gushes over him, the way he gushes over her, I can see that rubbing some people the wrong way. And she's the type of chick be like, "Well, you know what? My man is perfect. He is this, he is this, he is this, he is this," and he'd be like, "Well, my woman is this, 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 and this." And I can see that rubbing people the wrong way, and them getting into a fight with somebody. That's the way I can see them being that way. Like, "Oh, we're so perfect. Like, we're the perfect." They can walk in like, "We're the perfect match." The experts did this the right way. Like, I'm so in love. I can see that personality, especially from her. She gives me that vibe.
What were the core values again? Looks, money, children,
good sex.
Oh yeah, good sex.
That's number 1 in occupation.
Occupation, yeah.
Because perfect example before we go on. What's her name? Olivia. She's that PTA mom that's head of the PTA that everyone hates. She comes in with the perfect blonde hair, the pearls, the perfect twin set, but they all hate her. But everyone's nice to her because she's sweet.
Oh my God.
I think that's what she gives me. I could just see that happening. I could be wrong though.
Oh my Lord. Okay, so just back to Celine and Anthony, because the photo challenge was in episode 8. But did you notice that big scratch that he had on his forehead? Who did that to him?
Right?
Who did that to him? No worries, Jen. But yeah, so they did all of their we did all of their stuff already. So that's 2 out. Let's do Dominica and Jack. It's been a while since they've been intimate, and she wants to have sex. She's giving him the signals, but we find out that he's never had sex with a woman who's been on their period. Now, from what I understand, this is the first time this issue has come up on MAFS Australia. So I'm kind of glad that they did bring up this issue. Jack then he's not sure. It's like he's never done it. So he asked the fellas. So he asked Jackson and Al to come over and give him advice. And so he asked them, and Al says that Jack should get drunk, watch a movie, and then have sex. And Jackson is like, okay. But he gives Jack very good advice and says, talk about it with her. Mm-hmm. Let her know that in the past that this is something that your partners have not felt comfortable with, and if you're okay with it,
right,
we could do, right. But vocalize it.
It comes down to the woman. It comes down to the woman and how she's feeling.
Yep. So he says that he's going to work on being less introverted and focusing on her needs. And I was like, you go. Like, Jack is a very rare individual. I'm going to say this right now because he's like a Timex watch. He takes a licking and keeps on ticking.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the way that he is constantly like trying to evolve in the hopes of merging the two lives together.
Yeah, he's open. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. He's very open to listening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the next morning we find out that they had sex and Dominica is now happy again. But her period's probably over, so okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do Ella and Mitch?
I forgot about them. I just want them to hurry up and start cheating on each other.
You want them to cheat on each other?
I don't care about them. There's nothing there right now.
Oh, okay. Well, they're in bed, and of course, they've been having sex from the jump, or at least from 3 dates in. But Ella says that they haven't had conversations on a deeper level. They get their confessions tasks, and they're the ones that get the 5 questions to your partner, like deep diving questions.
Right.
Mitch says he isn't good at this stuff, so he decides to Google some questions. And he asks her, where's the craziest place she's had sex? What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to her? They got through the first 2, and she's like, she's a little bit let down because he didn't ask her much more like personal questions. She's not sure if it will ever get to a deep place with them. That was so messy.
Right.
If the first 2 questions were that bad, can you imagine what the other 3 were?
Right.
Ella, don't waste your time trying to be deep with this boy. Really? Really?
Right. That's not what y'all do.
We see a small segment with Sam and Al. He made her spaghetti bolognese. I think that is a good first dish for someone who's never had to cook before, and she didn't get sick.
Exactly. Kudos.
So yes, and it looked decent on the plate. So
Right?
he's making strides in this is their second week together, first week living in an apartment as man and wife. He's learning. He ain't stupid.
And he's learning on the fly too.
Yes. And from Google, I think. I think he's also getting help from Google, learning how to do the laundry and stuff like that with her. Let's see who else is on this episode. Let us do the remaining part of Holly and Andrew. Andrew, we find out, is in a separate apartment. And he's fake crying because it's his daughter's third birthday, and he's never gone this long without being with her. Holly remembered that it was the little girl's birthday. So she made the nastiest looking doo-doo cupcakes I've ever seen. I
Yeah.
would not have eaten those. Well, that's because I know I do things with food. That's just me. She thinks that this is an olive branch. So she takes the cupcakes and with a little note and leaves them at the door. And he reads the note. He thinks it's very thoughtful of Holly to have done that. He needs more time to think about them as a couple and what he wants to do moving forward. Oh Lord. Don't laugh, Jen. Don't laugh. What did you think? Is there hope?
No.
Oh, okay. Anything else with them? Boop, boop, boop.
I just say run, Holly, run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
I agree with you.
he's not into you. Y'all not on the same page. Don't waste
Mm-hmm.
your time.
All right. So let's get to our thumbnail. Selena and Cody. We find out Cody don't know how to make up a bed. We see in her confessional, she doesn't think that their relationship is progressing. And then he admits he wasn't attracted to her at first, but it's growing. They do the photo ranking task, and he ranks Samantha first because he likes that beach blonde type, but Ella is second. So, and the thing is, Ella is of Asian descent too. So this is why I know his ass lying. Fucktard.
Right?
Um, and he says he put Samantha first because he just likes that bleach blonde type. He's from what he said, North Coast. So that's what he's into. She does her ranking and she puts Brent first and Jackson last based on the interactions that she's had with these men. So when she gets his picture, she puts him first as who she's attracted to. And then Cody places Selena after Samantha, and she's hurt. She thanks him for his honesty. He knows that he hurt her, but to me, it didn't really seem like he cared. So the next task that they get is asking the questions to each other, and she asks him if the reason why he's not attracted to her is that she's Asian, basically because of her race and her background and her culture. And he says yes, but he's not racist.
Oof.
I'm not attracted to you because of your race, but I'm not racist.
Right.
If you have to tell somebody that you ain't racist.
Right. That's the way I took it. I was like, oof, bad luck.
This is why I don't like Cody. That's why I don't like Cody. But okay. All right. Help me dissect it.
Oh, there's nothing to dissect. He said everything we needed to know. He's like, well, I was right. He can say, well, my best friend is Asian, or I have an Asian friend.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
At least he didn't say that.
I just think it's because he's not quick enough. But she's another one that needs to run.
Yeah. or cheat on him. Either way, same thing.
Stop. These people are married.
All right, that's fine.
Oh
I mean, people cheat with family members. Go ahead.
my God. But I think we've gotten through everybody. All right. So I'm gonna add a different dynamic to this. So as of today, the 6, 5, 6, who's staying together? And if you want them to break apart,
Mm-hmm.
then who are they cheating with? Because you had a lot of cheaterization going on in your stuff. So let's start with Holly and Andrew.
Oh, Andrew's cheating.
Okay, so this is a thumbs down.
Yes, for sure.
And you want Andrew to cheat.
No, I don't want him to cheat. He's just going to.
He's going to. Okay. And let's see. Jen says, I wish Cody would have just said that Selena wasn't his type, knowing what happens later on. Yes. But again, this is another person who's like, I'm just being honest and I'm not empathetic. I don't know how to do that. Oh, he's so irritating. So irritating. As if he's a prize. Shit. No, Lord, let me stop. Sam and Al.
Oh, definitely. So what's going to happen is in this situation, they're definitely not staying together because Sam's going to get sick of Al's and his immaturity. So what's going to happen is she's going to either leave him for either Andrew or Anthony.
Okay,
both are prime candidates. Both are prime candidates because they're not getting along with their wives.
Anthony, and Al's not going to know anything.
Oh no, she's just going to leave.
She's leaving.
Yeah, she's just straight leaving.
Okay. Alrighty. He just needs to be slapped. I could not agree with you more.
And then Al's gonna push up on if now the caveat is if Sam pushes up on Anthony, I think that leaves Celine for Al.
Okay, so Al, Celine. Okay. Because she got them childbearing hips and
right. She's fertile.
She's fertile.
And I think the mama would love Celine actually.
Oh, okay. All right. So Celine and Anthony.
Oh, we know that's burn the ashes. We know that. We know
okay.
That. We know that. Come on now.
Cheaterization. You think Celine will go in for Al, or are they just leaving?
I think they're just gonna part ways, and I think Celine will just have maybe she might have a little fling with Al, but she's not gonna take him serious. She might take him serious for like the experiment just to stay, but
Okay. Brent and Tamara.
Ooh, if I'm going by right now, I think they make it.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, right. As we stand, we know this show is week to week, so as it stands, they're together.
All right, Olivia and Jackson.
Yeah, for sure. They're basically Dollar General, Cam and Jules.
Dollar General,
Cam
and Jules. You so mean for that because because nobody touches Cam and Jules
until I suppose a Dollar General. Now if Olivia gets starts irritating people and starts fighting with people, we can upgrade her to Great Value. But that's only if she starts fighting with people.
Oh my God. Okay, so wait. Jen says she'll take Anthony. I was with you on that until I saw the inside of his forearm with that whole big black thing of tattoo. I didn't like that. I like creative artsy tattoos, not the big blocks. It was just weird. And then his little dad belly. Only one of us could be fluffy in this relationship. Only one. And it's me. It's me. If you're a wrestler, I'm going to need you to be bringing your Hulk Hogan and your Randy Macho Man Savage all day, every day.
so crazy. You are so crazy for that.
That showed how old I was too. Oh my God. Alrighty. So we said Olivia. We said Celine and Anthony. Dominica and Jack.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
You
No
know,
cheerization?
no, I just think Dominican is just gonna be fighting with everybody else. That's all.
Okay. All right.
Cause she got, you can tell she got a mouth, and like you can see in the clips, like, oh yeah, you gonna be the one fighting everybody. But that's okay though. That's okay though.
Oh my God. Yeah. Susan, I loved Cam and Jules too. They were genuine. Genuine. Aw. No comparison. Oh my God. The Rock. But don't y'all find that his head is like really small and pointed? I'm just saying.
But the bank account will make up for it. You okay?
That's true. And I saw the inside of that private jet. Hey now.
Right? He'll be just fine.
Uh-huh. Okay, so Ella and Mitch.
Oh, that's a no.
So thumbs down?
For them staying together, for sure. That's a train wreck.
Oh, okay.
Because she's starting to look deeper. She's starting looking past the sex and the good looks. She's looking for more. And again, it's the whole +7. Like, you know, she was in that honeymoon phase. It was fun, but now she's trying to look deeper and look at an actual relationship. And all she's seeing is like, oof, no. Because you could see her turn off when he wasn't asking her those deep questions.
Her
like
face.
how's the relationship going? What are your thoughts? Like, you know, where are we going? Da da da.
Yeah. Poor thing. Any cheaterizations here?
So here's the thing. Here's what I could see happening. I could see Ella tiptoeing over to Andrew.
Why is everybody going over to Andrew? So Ella.
Oh, because he's a hoe. That's why. Easy, low hanging fruit.
Really?
And none of the other men, I don't think she would be attracted to any of the other men. I think she would be attracted to either Al or Andrew in that group, in my opinion. Those would be the two. Those would be the two she'd be attracted to, because she really thinks Mitch is attractive. And Al and Mitch are in the same pretty boy camp, but Andrew's like, you know, kind of a rugged, bigger guy. So I can see her going for that.
Wait, the last person I ever picked. Alrighty. So I think we've hit everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, what? Who'd I miss?
Oh, Selena and Cody. That's dead in the water.
Oh, yeah, Selena. Maybe that's why subliminally I already thought they were done. Okay, so you said thumbs down for this. Any cheaterizations?
No, I think what happens is like she keeps trying, Cody keeps being the same. She gets frustrated. They get frustrated with each other. They both decide to leave, but I can see Mitch tiptoeing over to Selena.
Okay. Really? Wait, so Mitch?
I can see Mitch tiptoeing over to Selena.
Selena. Really?
With Mitch, it's either going to be Selena or Celine, because he seems to like the more exotic women.
Really?
Because if you think about Ella, she's what is she? Is she Greek?
No,
Italian?
she's of like I think it's either Polynesian, like Asian and South Pacific, because her and Al of similar descent.
Okay, see, yeah, he like, you can tell he likes some exotic women. So with him, I can see he's either tiptoeing to Selena or Celine.
Yeah, but Celine is she Turkish? I think she's Turkish.
Celine is Turkish, but she's still exotic, and yeah, he likes an exotic woman. He's not going. And this may be bad to say, but he doesn't like the basic Beckys.
I'm gonna write down the exotic woman that you think he likes. Because I really think he like a basic man, but that's just my opinion. Oh my god. Okay, so I think we have all 8 that are there so far, and we're getting your week by week updates. Ciao.
You don't have to tell me. You don't have to tell me because I know you've already watched it. But are any of my predictions on the right track?
With thumbs down and thumbs up, yes.
Okay, but not the who swaps with who, right?
Correct.
Okay.
But they're very imaginative.
I could create whole scenarios around it. If I have just give me some characters in a semi story, I could create a plot line around it.
Oh my god. But they're good. Like for this early, they're very good. Very good. You're on the right track. You know? And Susan agrees with me.
I'm very on the right track. Okay.
Yes, you
I can
are.
go. I love the show because it's a week by week show, and it's interesting with this show. It actually evolves week to week.
Yes.
It evolves. Like there's nothing goes flat for me. Like there's always something happening, and I'm waiting for the messy couples to come, especially that one messy chick. I don't like her already just by her picture. The idiot messing up that bag with bag with Dion.
Oh yeah, Carolina.
Stupid.
Well, some people just like to be broke.
Look, if I was the other women, I'd be like, oh, she messing up over here. Let me stay on ready for him. Cause she like that would be me. I'm if I was on reality TV, I would just be messy.
Child.
Because as soon as I seen, if I was one of the chicks, as soon as I seen Carolina messing up, I'd be pushing up all on it. Send your man over there with the dudes at the punch table, or you go push up on Dion.
One does, but we find out after.
Oh, we find out after. Oh, okay.
Yeah, text message issues. With multiple menses.
I ain't mad at you. You would have put if Carolina's stupid, I mean you gotta be stupid too.
And encouraging Carolina and all her tomfoolery.
Right? Exactly. Carolina, girl, I got you. Your secret's safe with me. And while your secret's safe with me, I'm gonna be with Dion. Be like, you know, I got you. I'll keep him busy. You go over there. I'll keep him distracted.
That's
how you do it. You be the lookout.
The lookout. Oh my god, you're talking about Martha. Remember Martha did that for Did you watch that season?
Yeah, but Jessica.
Yeah.
You be the lookout, but while you looking out, you looking out for yourself too. And then when you find out, what you do later on is that you kind of let it slip that you know that Carolina's pushing up on somebody, and you just happen to be the one there to comfort him in his time of need.
Hey JG.
Hey, JG.
Morning. Okay, so guys, this is the end of our recap of Married at First Sight Australia season 9, episodes 7 and 8. The plots, the plot lines are thickening. They're coming together. We're getting to learn these idiots, and so leave your comments below. Thank you so much for all your participation in the live chat. Can't wait to see the comments from the replay crew. Don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend, and come back in a couple of minutes because we'll be going over 90 Day Fiancé episode 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that hot mess. Alrighty. So guys, we'll see you back here in like about a minute or two. All right?
All right.
So Jamal, until next time?
Of course.
All right. Bye.
Bye.